Okay, it's the next day now, and I've been pretty busy this morning. Got some updates to share here. Got a ordinary coffee can here, as you can see, and I have converted this to my halogen light bulb load. As you can see, I've got 3 halogen sockets with light bulbs mounted in here. I thought I had them spaced pretty evenly apart. They don't really look all that even, but I mounted them in this coffee can, ordinary old coffee can, simply to try to get rid of the glare. I mean, all the light's going to come straight up here. I thought it was a pretty good idea. It was really easy just to mount the sockets in the side here. I just simply used an old test light to punch holes in it. It's very, very thin metal, didn't have to drill. So I've got all 3 of them mounted. I've got, here is all the 3 ground wires all put together with a lead coming off of here, and of course a wonderful blade fuse in line here. So that's going to be the ground. It actually doesn't matter either way, but I'll be using this for the ground. Got a 5 amp fuse in there, so in case something stupid does happen, which can happen, the fuse will protect me there. I have also built my battery bank, my second 12-volt battery bank here. I just finished soldering on the balance leads. It's an exact duplicate of the original. Here, exact duplicate. Everything is the same here. I got the nickel strips all mounted in there correctly. I soldered a couple of them, but I don't think I'm going to need to solder them all. Simply soldered my balance leads like that, so this should work good. Have not finished the ends. This, of course, is my positive end, and this is a negative end, so I'm not sure how I'm going to eventually mount these together. The original one was designed to go first with the positive going directly into the charge controller, along with the ground going into the charge controller side by side like that. And so now I'm going to have to figure out a way to mount the second one, and it's going to be just in a temporary way. I don't want to disturb my wiring there, but I'll end up probably just turning this around and running some kind of a lead to the ground, no, to this ground, to this positive. No, it'd actually be this way. Yeah, it would be, yeah, this ground would go into this positive, then it'd flow back out of here, and then I'd have to do another lead to take me here to the charge controller. So before I permanently mount it together, which I could pretty easily, I'd have to change my wiring, but I would just put them side by side, connect it up like that. Actually, the other way around here. It would connect there, and then eventually come out of here, and so forth and so on. But I'm going to experiment with it first before I do that to make sure it's going to work right. I don't know if I want to have a permanent 24-volt system, but I definitely want to experiment with it. So the next thing to do is to get my cells and arrange them in here so the milliamp hour is very similar as much as possible, and then it will be testing time with the new halogen lamp load here. And I'm going to have this designed so that I can run either 1 lamp at a time, or put 2 of them together, or 3 of them together. That's going to be a lot. Running 3 50-watt halogen bulbs is going to be a tremendous big load. but I know my little meter here will be able to handle it. It should handle, this one's 150. The first one I bought was 130. I didn't know there was a difference. They just gave me 150 for the same price. So I guess it's amps, not watts. Yeah, I don't know why they did that, but it does work and it's very accurate. So next step, put the cells in here and rig up a test and see how it's going to do. I think I'm going to get rid of this one for the time being, and I'm going to hook this one up in a 12 volt way. And I probably should bottom balance it. Maybe that's what I need to do. I'll experiment and see if I can run. I know I ran one halogen bulb on this one, and I ran it for almost 2 hours. I was really shocked and surprised it ran that long. So I guess I should work on this one first before I put them together in the 24 volt system, and I'll experiment with running different bulbs and or adding a second and then a third and seeing what that does. Run the pack down, and then I guess I need to bottom balance it and do the same thing with that. So that is it for now. Probably not going to be much point in putting the solar panels out today.